Good morning, YouTubians. It's Chemist Ghost, and we are dealing with the U's of the collection. There's not a great deal here, maybe 40-ish. It's the U's. Quick sip of coffee. Still not a sponsor. Okay, carry straight on. U571. This has a really good cast. Matthew McConaughey is in this. Harvey Keitel. You've got John Bon Jovi in this as well. And it's a story of it's set during World War II, and it's the story of these people, these brave people, trying to capture a Enigma machine. That's the word I'm looking for. The Enigma machine, to help crack the code, the German secret codes that they were sending. The one that Alan Turing cracked. And it's all about this. This comes with a chapter list. I miss those. They should put these in every Blu-ray going. And there you go. It's a really good, underrated. Not a lot of people show this in their collections. U571. It's quite an old film now. Trying to find a year. Probably doesn't say it. No, it doesn't say it. If it doesn't say it, I'll put it down below. The Ugly Truth. Now this is Katherine Heigl and Gerard Butler. She plays Abby, and he plays a guy called Mike. She's like she's got really bad luck in love, and it's a rom-com, and she works for a TV show. I'm pretty sure she works for a TV show or a radio station. I'm pretty sure it's a TV show. She's a producer. But she's not very good with relationships, and Mike, he comes along. She's sort of living in a rom-com world, if you like. He comes along with the hard truth of what men really are looking for and what women really need, and they make it work. It's good. It's a good rom-com of sorts. Ultraviolet. Mila Jovovich. I don't know what the hell you can't pronounce her name. Mila. She is living in a world. There's like a civil war going on between like enhanced people and the government, which are like human-run government people. The government want this young boy. He's been marked for death, and she's going to protect him. This is one of those old releases, as you can see. That's Ultraviolet. Unbreakable, great film. This is probably for me M. Night Shyamalan's best film, and quite possibly Bruce Willis's best as well. I popped it in a black case. I have Glass and Split in a black case. I remember seeing this at the cinema. A great movie. The absence of sound really is eerie in this film, and like Samuel Jackson, his character Glass, he's got this like brittle bone disease, and it's really quite painful to watch him in places. And you've got Bruce Willis, who is a superhero, but he's sort of unaware he's a superhero until quite late in the film. And it's a story of good versus evil, basically, and that carries on into Split and then into Glass. Great trilogy, first one, and it's like 20 years apart, the first and the third one. Great film from M. Night. Unbroken. This is, I don't know if this is a true story. Does it say? Yeah, the incredible true story. There you go. It's of an Olympian runner. I forget his name. Louis. Anyway, he is captured in World War II and tortured by the Japanese. And it's all about the breaking of spirit. Who is Jack O'Connell as the lead in that one? I think that's directed by Angelina Jolie. Yes, it was. Unchained. This is three guys played by Adrian Brody, Antonio Banderas, and John Malkovich. Kind of a heist film, and they're in a warehouse surrounded by police. Police are moving in, but there's something inside the warehouse with them. Uncle Buck, John Candy. It's a John Hughes film, an early one from Macaulay Culkin. Did you know they're going to be remaking Home Alone? That's a film to mess with right there. Yes, Uncle Buck, played by John Candy. He's the last person you'd want to babysit your kids, but at the same time, he does them good. he's called in when there's a family emergency to look after 3 children. One is like a teenager going through teenager problems. The other 2, one is Macaulay Culkin. I don't know the little girl. The little girl is cute as a button. She is, and so is Macaulay Culkin. To be fair, they're quite easy to take care of. But it's the teenage daughter, and John Candy, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. He's got his own baggage to come with it. Underdog, a story of a dog who it's a Walt Disney film, who gains special powers in a school lab. And there he is, Underdog. Is there someone? I'm pretty sure there's someone in this. Peter Dinklage, that's who I was going to say, and Jim Belushi's in this as well. Underdog, Walt Disney. Under Siege. Now, I don't watch a lot of Steven Seagal movies, but this is a good one. This is Steven Seagal, who plays like an unassuming chef on a ship, and he's not particularly liked that much. You've also got Gary Busey, who is an officer on the ship, and he helps Tommy Lee Jones board the ship and take over. He sort of it's like there's a big party going on, so he gets Tommy Lee Jones on as I don't know, he's like a performing rock star or something. That's the cover. Everybody's locked down in this room, and Tommy Lee Jones, along with Gary Busey and an elite bunch of people, take over the ship. But it didn't count on Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal has skills. He's an ex-Navy SEAL, but he's a cook on this. It's quite implausible. You've got the girl from, I can't think, Erica something or another. She used to be in Baywatch. She's in it purely because she gets her top off, and that brings in the crowd. She doesn't add a lot more to the film other than looking gorgeous, obviously. And that's it. Obviously, Steven Seagal kills everybody and takes back the ship. Under Siege 2, and it says top secret nuclear satellite, a team of international terrorists, a government held hostage, and an undetectable moving headquarters. One hero can stand in their way, and obviously it's Steven Seagal. So sort of more of the same for the sequel. Under the Skin, you probably can't see that at all. That's a terribly dark cover. I've shoved it in a black case, which doesn't help either. There you go. Scarlett Johansson as an alien, coming down and mating with people. Apparently, when this was filmed, a lot of the people who were being filmed, her picking them up, they were unaware that they were being filmed to make it look more natural. I mean, who's going to turn down Scarlett Johansson? That woman is exceptionally beautiful. Underworld. This is a set of films that are vampires with werewolves, or lichens as they call them. Kate Beckinsale. You've got a few people in this. Bill Nye is in this. Martin Sheen. He seems to be in he's in the Twilight ones as well, isn't he? Underworld Awakening. I don't know which order they actually go in anymore. I don't know if that's the second one. Evolution. I don't think so. But we'll go through what I've got them in. Awakening in 3D. And then Underworld Evolution. Not in 3D. And then Rise of the Lycans. I think this is the sequel. I think this is the second one. I'm pretty sure it is. Again, it's written poorly, so I can't see it. But there you go. That's Rise of the Lycans. And then this one came out. I haven't seen this one yet. This is Blood Wars, and that's in 3D. And I've still got a slip on it. That's how long I've had that. And this one is called An Unfinished Life, and it stars Josh Lucas. It stars Robert Redford, Jennifer Lopez, and Morgan Freeman. Unfinished Life. This is I think this is available only in Germany, but I could be mistaken. It could be in other countries, but certainly not in the UK. And it tells of it's a drama, and it tells the story of Jennifer Lopez, and she goes to live with Robert Redford, her father-in-law, and it's all about building bridges and getting back together, that sort of thing. So there you go. Unforgiven. What a brilliant film this is. It's Clint Eastwood at his best, doing what he does best. Westerns. Got a great cast. Got Gene Hackman in this, Morgan Freeman, Richard Harris, and of course Clint Eastwood. And the story is a prostitute is, it's quite a simple story. Prostitute is sliced up because she makes fun of a guy's size, let's just say. And because she's cut the pieces, she puts out, or rather the head woman who looks after all the prostitutes, she puts out a bounty. They all club together, put out a bounty for someone to come and kill the guy. It's a revenge story, revenge. Long story short, it's a great film. They do get the guy. Sorry if you've not seen it. It's from 1992. You should have seen this by now. Brilliant. And doesn't all go to plan, but it's got a great payoff, a great ending. Watch it. It's the best. Probably it's up there with the best of the best when it comes to westerns for me. Unfriended. This is it's the girl that dies, and then like a year to the day, the friends start getting posts about their dark secrets, that sort of thing, you know, and sinister goings on. Just say that. It's from the producer of The Purge and Ouija. United Kingdom. This is a story. It's a true story as well of an African prince who falls in love with a white English woman. This is 1940s, or racial tensions, and you know, and the relationship with England and Africa, I don't think is that great anyway. But it's all about their relationship in the face of adversity. United Kingdom's got Rosamund Pike, and David Ayaloa. United 93. This is an amazing film. It's on this round about the 9. Well, it is not round about. It's on the 9/11 day. There were more than just one attack. A lot of people probably think, oh, it's only the Twin Towers, but no, there was a plane that went into the Pentagon. And this one, United 93, I believe, was headed for the White House, or rumours that they were trying to divert it to the White House. Nobody really knows for sure, but it's based on it just sort of went into the ground. And it's not really talked to, not really sort of touched upon this, the people. It's all 9/11 is all about the Twin Towers, and very little about the Pentagon when the plane went in, and even less is known about this part of the story, and it's tragic really, because 40 passengers on this flight, and obviously terrorists. The terrorists took over the plane, and they have the recordings of the people sort of phoning home, because they know they were going to die. But they went out heroes, because they tried to take down the terrorists with nothing really. These terrorists had, I don't know if they had guns, but they certainly had knives, and changed the face of air travel as we know it. It's a great story. Definitely give that a go. And if it wasn't probably for the film, I doubt if, you know, there's not a lot on that flight, United 93. It sort of seems like a little bit overlooked, especially in this part of the world. I don't know if it's the same in America. I don't know. It could be completely different. Anyway, Universal Soldier. I don't know if I've seen the sequels. I really don't know if I've seen the sequels or not. I love this film. This is great. This is Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren. It's Lundgren, should I say? It's these two guys, Dolph and Jean-Claude. They were, I think it's Vietnam soldiers, and they get shot in battle and die. That's not a spoiler. It happens within the first few minutes. But you know at that point that Dolph is an absolute psychopath. He cuts the ears off people and wears them as a necklace. You know, he's not all there. But anyway, part of a government program, it's almost like the zombies. They bring them back to life, but they're brainwashed. Like their minds are wiped clean, and they're like they're a soldier, but they are controlled by a computer. That's basically it. And as with all computers, malfunction. But it's a great sci-fi film. It is sci-fi. It's a really good action sci-fi film, and love it. Just love it. Unknown. Is this the one? Yeah, this is a good film. It's got quite a twist in it as well, and it's Liam Neeson, Diane Kruger. She was in. Well, she's in lots of things. She's in John Noel. You know, the Christmas one. Joanne Noel. I can't remember what you call it. And she's in National Treasure. She's Nicolas Cage's love interest in that. Liam Neeson and his wife check into a hotel. I think it's January Jones. January Jones check into a hotel. He forgets something in his car, or he has to go back to get something. Anyway, he's in a car crash, and he's pulled from the water, and he goes back to the hotel to see his wife, and she's like, "Who are you?" and all this, you know, and nobody remembers him. She has another husband there as well, so it's really confusing. So he's trying to prove who he is, and that's his wife. He thinks that she's being held under duress, but there's a twist in it. He teams up with Diane Kruger, who was the taxi driver at the time who crashed into the water, and it's a great sort of whodunit and cover-up stories. Good film. As a private detective, a German private detective in this, and yeah, he's really good in that as well. I don't know who his name is. It's probably not going to say. It doesn't matter. Unlocked. This is I don't think I've seen it. Naomi Rapace, Orlando Bloom, John Malkovich, Tony Collette, and Michael Douglas. I don't know if I've even seen this one. If I have, I don't remember it. But there you go. So that's Unlocked. From the producers Salt and Red. So yeah, probably a good one. Unsane. This is the one that was the woman's put in a mental institution, and Claire Foy. That's it, Claire Foy. Steven Soderbergh, didn't he? Directed this on an iPhone or something like that. And oddly enough, you can download it to your iPhone on Unsane. Unstoppable. This is Denzel Washington, Chris Pine, and it's great. It's a runaway train. Now, this is who directed this? Tony Scott. This is good, but you got to suspend belief a little bit, because there's no way you couldn't have, when that first started going, you could have just run up and jumped on it quite easily. It wasn't that going that fast. There are points in the film where you can see the train is not going very fast. It's going probably like 20 miles an hour, but it's with the music and like I don't know, the effects and whatnot, it makes it look like it's going faster, but it's not. You can probably just walk up beside it and jump on it. But it's a good film. So you got to suspend your belief in a couple of places. Denzel Washington is like a seasoned train driver, and Chris Pine is new to the job. He's bringing baggage with him, you know, like a marriage on the rocks and whatnot. And Denzel Washington's got 2 daughters, but they're on a train, and they're heading like head on with the train that's got no driver. That's basically the story, and it's about them, them and the government and the train company trying to stop this unstoppable train, which is apparently going like 70 miles an hour, and it's carrying all this stuff that could quite possibly wipe out a town if it derails. And there is a point in the film where the track curves right round in like a little town, and it could derail there and go kill everybody. It's quite good in places and tension and whatnot, but it's a little bit unbelievable in others with the effects of the train. But I like it. I do enjoy it. The Untouchables, the story of Al Capone being brought down by Kevin Costner and as Elliot Ness and Robert De Niro, Sean Connery. It's a great film. Got a lot of great quotes on this film. Love this. This is one of Costner's best films. And Robert De Niro as Capone is brilliant. And apparently, as a method actor, he goes to the point where he actually had like underwear made from the tailors that actually made Al Capone's underwear. He goes that far into the role. It's really good, really, really good. Sean Connery is outstanding in this film. It's a really good Brian De Palma film. Just trying to say, it's quite a long movie. Untouchable. Untraceable. Now this is the thing where you got like a cyber division, and it's run up by Diane Lane, and there's a guy who's killing people online, and the more hits to his page where he's got these people being tortured and whatnot, the faster the person's going to be killed. And can they reach him in time? Up. Apparently there is a 3D version of this somewhere. Not sure where, I can't remember. Probably Germany or something like that. Really good film. Vibrant colours, very good characters. The talking dog, the bird, just the old guy. The old guy, I can relate to the old guy. Great film. That's a Disney Pixar. Up in the air. I saw this in the cinema. George Clooney. This is the first film I saw. Is it Anna Kendrick? Anna Kendrick in? Yeah, Anna Kendrick. You got Danny McBride in this. Vera Farmiga plays George Clooney's love interest. It's a story of George Clooney, and he is paid to go to companies to pretty much sort of slimline, fire, get rid of dead wood and that sort of thing, and make the company profitable. And he's taken along Anna Kendrick, who apparently is going to set up a system where you can do it by video call, because everybody likes to be fired by video call. It's just his company that he works for trying to slim down, like what he does, slim down the cost, make it cost effective. But he's trying to prove to her that you need a one-on-one with the people. You don't just fire people over the phone or over a video call. You have to be there to see them face to face. I've also got Zach Galifianakis in this as well as sort of, I think it's a bit part. I think it's like one of the films he's not even credited on the back. Yeah. But it's a good film. It's got a love interest in this, as basically is George Clooney's trying to get, because he does this, he flies all over America. He's becoming one of the very few people that have 1 million air miles. So that is just like a sub story going on. Once you get past 1 million air miles, you get like a card, like a gold card, and I don't know, you can travel for free, or you get like special services. I don't know, but that's the story of that. Upgrade. This was sent to me by Magnus, one of my viewers. Did a trade. Great film. This is such a good film about a guy who he is paralyzed. I don't know if it's an accident. I'm pretty sure it was an accident apparently. I can't remember how he becomes paralyzed. But this company, I think he's attacked. Is he attacked? I think he's attacked. The company, or this guy, this doctor, says that I can repair you and make you whole again. So he does, and has consequences, but consequences for the guy that did it. It's a good, very good film, nice and violent in places. I hope they make a sequel to this. This was exceptionally good. Didn't get a UK Blu-ray release though. The Upside, and this is about a guy who's paralyzed, and he's being looked after by Kevin Hart. Bryan Cranston. And there's a lot of hoo-ha about the fact that Bryan Cranston played somebody who couldn't walk, and they were saying, well, why don't you just get a disabled person? Well, no, he's an actor. He acts. Just let him do his job. Yeah, but he plays a guy in a wheelchair who's being looked after by like an ex-con, and it's a relationship that they form. It's a remake of a French film. Upside Down. I don't think this has got a Blu-ray release in the UK, but if it has, it didn't get a 3D Blu-ray release. And this is a story of, I'm pretty sure there's an anime film of the same story, like two worlds, and they're like really close to each other, but one has like inverted gravity. So as you can see, it probably is pretty much the story there, and these two in a relationship, a forbidden relationship. Jim Sturgis and Kirsten Dunst. 3D is really good in that as well. The Upside of Anger. I saw this at the cinema, and for the life of me, I cannot remember a thing about it. I'm pretty sure it's about a woman who is divorced. That's all I can remember. If this is what I'm thinking of, Kevin Costner runs like a radio station or something like that, and this bloke in it who's dating his daughter. I don't know, it's a bit fuzzy. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Very long time. Doesn't say what year either. That's The Upside of Anger. Urban Legends, and this, for the life of me, I can't recall. Isn't this oh yeah, this is the murders that are happening, and a woman's thinking that is urban legend. Is the killings are in the style of urban legends, and she investigates and she realizes that she's next on the list. This has got Joshua Jackson. That's it. Jared Leto. Just a few more to go. Us, Jordan Peele film. I've not seen it yet. All I know is that some guy takes his family on holiday or something, and people turn up and they kind of look like his family, and they're not nice people. That's all I know about it so far. US Marshals. This is the sequel to The Fugitive. You've got all the regular cast back. Apart from Harrison Ford, obviously, it's a different story. When I say normal cast, the cast of the US Marshals, you've got Tommy Lee Jones and Joe Panatalio, whatever his name is, the guy from The Matrix. Quite annoying in this. You've also got, as well as all his usual crew, Tommy Lee Jones's crew from the US Marshals. You have Robert Downey Jr., who is sort of integrated into the investigation as well, as they're looking to hunt down Wesley Snipes. USS Indianapolis. Now, this is the true story of the USS Indianapolis when it was torpedoed by the Japanese submarine, and they had to abandon ship. The captain is Charles McVeigh, and it's Nicolas Cage playing the captain. The crew are in the water, in shark-infested waters for days upon end, and this is just an awful film. Nicolas Cage is miscast in this. I do like Nicolas Cage, but he has no charisma in this. He has no sort of authority. He's useless in this film. And I do like Nicolas Cage. Tom Sizemore is pretty good in this. You've got Thomas Jane, but it could have been so much better. The effects in this are awful. There's at one point where this submarine just pops up like a cork on the water. I mean, it just goes boop. It's almost like bounces in the air. The planes, it's like a PlayStation 1 CGI. It's quite a disgrace, this film, to be honest. Watch it if you want to laugh. It's 139 minutes. I was watching this with my family, and we were just watching in disbelief how bad this was. Shame on you, Lionsgate. Usual Suspects. This is a great movie. Now, this is a great movie. Bryan Singer directed this. You've got a great cast in this. You've got the late, what's his name? Pete Postlethwaite, isn't it? The late Pete Postlethwaite is in this. You've got Stephen Baldwin, Gabriel Byrne, Kevin Pollak. I always liked him. Kevin Spacey, Benicio del Toro. It's just a great. You can't really, without giving anything away. It's pretty much an interview between this detective and Kevin Spacey. That's the story. It's just an interview, recalling an incident that happened over one night. But there's like flashback scenes as well. And it's just done perfectly, the way it's told, and the story and the conclusion and the twist. And it's just the story of Kaiser Sose. It's really good. It's a really good film. I can't recommend this film enough. Watch it now. It's 102 minutes. That's nothing out of your life. 102 minutes. Watch this film. Great movie, great cast, great story, great direction, great characters, and that is that. That was the. If I can get a little thing. Ooh. That was the U's. Okay, thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you've seen any of these. If you disagree with what I say, if you've got any recommendations in the U's, I appreciate it. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.